Hey, what is up, guys? Ace Chapman. As most of you guys know who watch this channel, I've been buying and selling businesses for the last 17 years. And one of the things I saw that it's come up in a lot of my conversations, even with clients, is people being proud of the fact that they are hustling hard and grinding and just, working crazy hours and putting in the work. And I've gone through those stages. But the truth is, the wealthiest people that I know aren't grinders and not hustlers. It's like the truly wealthy people, some of them are super, super lazy. And it's almost that being lazy is a prerequisite. Now, they're the people that just make a really great income. A lot of the claims that you see out there, people saying, "Oh, I'm making $100,000 a month and I'm grinding and, hustling and getting clients and all of these things." Those people will make good money, but they're not that wealthy. They're, putting a lot of money back into the business. It's costing a lot of money to keep things going, and they're putting in their most important asset, which is time. And one of the things I tell my clients is that it's not about time being the most valuable asset that is really the case. I don't like that comparison because it basically makes the argument subconsciously that time is can be compared to any of the other assets. That time can be compared to money, or time can be compared to a nice house or a nice car. And the truth is, there's just really no comparison. The truth is, time is our only asset. It's not just our most valuable asset, because as soon as time is over, the money does not matter. As soon as you're out of here, the house does not matter. You can't live in it. The car, you got to drive the car. So time is really just the only asset. And when you're spending all your time working, that's something that you need to kind of recalculate as to the purpose of the work. A lot of people put things off into the future, which I think is a really employee mindset. This whole hustle, this whole grind thing is just a projection from people who were employees that are used to putting in a lot of work and getting money out. And so they go to work, and the harder they do, if they're a salesperson, they make a ton of sales, they make more money. The truth is, if you're a really great entrepreneur, you're a really great, you do what we do, you're a deal maker, your very best money is definitely not made grinding. It's being really, really smart. It's thinking strategically. It's finding the right partners. It's hiring people. The real wealth and the truly wealthy people make their money by, like I said, being lazy. And the reason I use the word lazy is because they don't want to do any of the work. As soon as there's work, they're trying to figure out, how do I not do that work? And one of my mentors who flipped hospitals was a great example of that. This guy started with nothing, bought his first hospital with nothing down, and then started flipping hospitals. And he was always looking for how he could not do any of the work, because the more that you're focused on not hustling, the more you focus on not grinding, the more that you're building something that's going to create true wealth. The more that you feel like, oh, well, first I got to grind and then I'll build true wealth. You don't have time to even think about how to build true wealth. It takes time, effort, and the ability to sit and think and craft the life that you want. And so, what we're really building is not a business. Like, everybody's really obsessed with building businesses. Number one, I'm not a big fan of it because I know the failure rates are real. We look at businesses that are for sale. I've seen people lose, houses, cars, their time with their family, because they put it into a business that failed. And the more, it's more likely, if you start something today, that it's going to fail. But the bigger thing is that the only goal of this stuff is to build a life. Like, if you feel like a business is going to give you fulfillment, you're going to be very disappointed once you get the business built that you're trying to get built. The true point is to build a lifestyle, to build your income around the life that you want to live. So, what does this look like in practice? If I'm not grinding, I'm not hustling, what am I doing? Number one, you're looking on a daily basis for strategic ways to generate the income that you want to generate. For some people, it could be creating joint ventures. We in the businesses that we own. I've got 30 businesses in my portfolio right now, and we're always looking for who can we partner with. What are the acquisitions? Last night I was on the phone with the acquisition that as soon as we buy that SaaS business, we've got three businesses that we can use to promote that business. It's going to instantly increase the income. So, what are the situations where maybe you don't buy the businesses, but you know there's a business over here, you know there are other businesses over here that can promote it, and you take a cut for connecting those two? Obviously, my strategy is acquisitions. So you have joint ventures. You just have going out and buying. And in both of those cases, what you're seeing is leveraging somebody else's work, somebody else's hustle, somebody else's grind, and then we're also leveraging somebody else's money so that we're not putting in the time, we're not putting in the money, and we're still making some income out of it. And so if you think that hustle and grind is smarter than that, then I'll leave you to your hustling.